Welcome to the Issues of Men, where we boldly approach topics that men are experiencing, but not always willing to admit or address openly. Check it. I don't play hockey, but I check my men. I demonstrate and elevate on the I.O.M. Yeah.
That's right.
I'm looking up at the heavens.
Up at the heavens.
I don't know what else to say. This is not what I had planned. But hey, everybody, can y'all hear me out there in TV land?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Thank
Loud
you, Chris.
And clear.
Unfortunately, I had the technical issues. I don't know what's going on with my computer, but everything that wanted to happen happened. So we apologize on my behalf for a delay of this timely topic. So.
All right. And again, Miss B and I want to welcome you to another Issues of Men. Where we boldly approach topics that men are experiencing, but not always willing to admit or address openly. And again, this also goes for the ladies as well, because we know y'all be going through some things.
Hallelujah.
But tonight, our topic is the evolution of self-evolution, the awakening. And I've been going through a lot of it for years, but it seems like now things are really accelerating at this point in time. Why? Not 100% sure, but there's also things that happen to people that I know around me. And again, it's happening all over the world, and people are awakening out of their slumber. People are evolving in every aspect of their lives. And like I said, I definitely know Miss B is, and tonight, we're going to talk about it. We're going to address it. And, it's to the point where as individuals, we're not relying on a government anymore. Our religious leaders, persons who are placed in key positions, people we look up to, from actors to whoever, we're just not accepting their answers anymore. We are seeking the truth. We're not expecting them, normally they will tell us how to live, what we do, how we should look, how we should dress, and things of that nature. And all of this is going out the window. Miss B, I'm just really feeling for a long period of time that, something is wrong. Things are upside down, things are turning inside out. And the veil has been lifting for me for a long time. And the veil is there for those who are willing and ready to see. So before we get into what the meaning of evolve is, self-evolution, what would be your definition of that? And those in the chat room, what is your definition, or what is your perception of evolution, self-evolution?
Self-evolution. First, let me apologize if you hear puppies in the background. I have more than one, and we're just going to keep it moving. Yeah, rough. But that being said, for me, or in general, so I'm going to start for me. What does self-evolution mean for me? Thank you for asking. Self-evolution for me starts with accepting who I am spiritually, operating more on a spiritual plane than an emotional and intellectual plane, and allowing myself not to be impacted by the things that have been predestined and or I have no control over personally. If it does not directly involve me, I allow it only to impact me indirectly, but so much. And as far as the general public is concerned, you're absolutely right. Now, whether they're going left or right, people are evolving into whatever they choose or whatever chooses them. What do I mean by that? If you have self-control, then you decide how you want to evolve, what direction you want your life to go. But a lot of people don't realize that we are really spiritually, intellectually, and emotionally impacted by the spiritual entities that they are not even aware. But the spirit realm is real. And your thoughts and your emotions and your behavior are impacted by the existence of that spiritual realm. So they're waking up. By whom and to what, I can't say. I just know that it is happening.
It's definitely happening, and some for better, some for worse. But in a general sense, and personally, Ms. P, you know, for me, it's been a higher sense of purpose as it brought to my life, evolving. Um, it almost has a sense of things are happening, like you're being guided. You are being, you're walking along a path. Sometimes you veer off the path, depending on which choices and things you're making. But eventually, you know, you get that message, you start to understand it. You're veering back into the right path. So I'm evolving in that sense, and um, you know, it's almost like a confirmation. Sometimes, you know, you're evolving spiritually. You get confirmations. Everyday life, you get confirmations, affirmations. This regards it. It almost seems like there's an alignment that's going on with many of us and most of us as individuals. Um, you know, it's almost like you're manifesting, or you are living your life's purpose of what it was really meant to be, or the path that you were supposed to go. Um, and I also, you know, mentioned the awakening. And I know for myself, Miss B, we talk about what it means to be awakened. For me, um, again, it's this a high awareness of spiritual reality, um, mental awareness. You know, a place where it's like a personal transformation inside and out, and the things around your perception about um, life and what you see, your worldview, your life view is changed. It's different. Um, you know, and it's definitely, you will go through experiences that will change change the way your mind works, the way you go about things, how you live your life, and things of that nature. Um, so, in that purpose, you know, that's how I feel about, you know, being awakened. How about yourself? And viewers, also put into the chat box, you know, what it is for you to know or feeling of you having this awareness about yourself and what's going on around you.
After I answer this question, if you don't mind, I'm going to tip out and then you can invite me back in because the animals are not cooperating tonight. So let me just say the awakening for me is that I had to realize, again, I go back to being spiritual. I have to say that the awakening for me, I had to realize that life is a beautiful gift, but living it is a setup. Life is a beautiful gift, but living it is a setup. We are overwhelmed with distractions, and how we respond to those distractions determines situations and circumstances that are not always conducive to what we want in our life. Oh, thank you, Eleanor. Okay, well, I'm good. Y'all don't hear him. I'm going to stay put. Eleanor, we friends for life, girl. We friends for life. Yeah, boo, you just fixed because my anxiety level was through the roof. But now I can focus. What I'm saying is that spiritually, we are not all on the same level, are not interested. But the awakening for me would be if people would understand that we were created as spirit beings, but we have to exist as human beings. But the human beings that we were created to be has taken priority over who we are spiritually. And so what has happened is generationally, we're focused on human situations. And so the awakening for me, when I see people go deeper than the superficial human aspects of life, that means that they're waking up. Evolving, you mentioned that in your title. Evolving means you are transitioning to who you were created to be. You're evolving into the true spiritual essence of who you were created to be, and that your human intellect and emotions are secondary. That's what awakening is to me.
Wow, that's powerful. And one thing I noticed about myself, once I started to evolve and once I started to awaken, that I never could go back to the person I once was, mentally or physically. Some things I would kind of maybe do the same, just on a transparency note. But the way I looked at things before, the way I went about certain things before, um, I just never could go back. And it just almost seemed as the more that you delve into, a word that lets you delve into it, as you dive deeper into your personal growth and spiritual growth, you know, it's, it's like a door, something closes behind you. Um, you'll never be able to look at it and see things quite different. I mean, just at least not from the way it used to be, the way you used to look at things and see things, or even do things, for that matter. Um, has that also happened for you?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Especially within the last 5 years. Let me tell you something. This is where I am now. When you say evolve in your title, I was just so excited about it because that's what I'm doing. I'm evolving into Jehovah God, our Father created me to be, um, quicker than I've ever been doing it. This is an age of supernatural spiritual growth. Either you're going to grow negatively or positively, but supernaturally, we are growing and evolving into either who we choose or who chooses. And you're absolutely right about that. What has happened to me is, like I said, when I heard your title, I was like, yes. So this is my involvement, and then I'm going to give it back to you. My involvement is at this point, first, when it comes to dealing with people, okay, boo, that's how you want to roll. Let me know how it works out for you. I can pray for you through your mess, but I don't have to be in your mess with you. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm there, but I'm not there. I can't do that because I
Right.
still got my life. So when it comes to relationships, personal, professional, spiritual, whatever, I'm letting everybody be responsible for their choices, and I'm responsible for my response to it. So my involvement is first with relationships. Okay, boo, I'm experiencing something right now. Someone is going through some medical issues. And what I did was I said, okay, you know what? I don't know if you got a, death wish or whatever, but you know what you're supposed to do to take care of yourself. And I can't be stressed out with what you are not doing when you know what to do. It'd be something different if you were, unable to make those choices. But you have made the choice to be where you are and to stay where you are because you're not doing anything different from what you're doing. So let me know if I need you. I mean, if you
Yeah.
need me, I'm good, but I just can't do that because it distracts me from who I am and what I need to be. So with relationships, I'm evolving into, okay, boo, that's how you want to roll. Let me know how it works out for you. But as I move on, the second thing is, and it started with me. God showed me how to do that. Father, forgive them for not being spiritually strong enough to make better choices for themselves.
Hmm. Wow.
Okay, hey, I'm sorry you weren't spiritually strong enough to make a better choice for yourself. That's how you want to roll? Okay. I don't care what it is. I'm sorry that you have not evolved spiritually to the point where you can make better choices for yourself in that particular area because we're always growing. So that's how I don't even have to worry about forgiving you because I'm like, okay, I'm sorry you weren't, and I'm repeating this on purpose because we have to do this for ourselves. Don't beat yourself up for your missteps. Father, forgive me. I wish I was strong enough spiritually to make a better choice in that decision, whether it was to cuss at Walmart or steal somebody's parking space or, come home late at night or take that drink you shouldn't, whatever it is. Don't beat yourself up. Forgive yourself for not be stronger spiritually for making better choices for yourself. And that's how I move on with my relationship with me and others. So that's my second involvement.
Yeah, I was. Let me just respond to one of the points that you made, talking about relationships. Um, I just know since I was a young man that I've always given people second and third chances who really didn't deserve to have second and third chances. And, as of late, when you said about, yeah, that's how you want to roll. Okay, cool. I can be your friend and appreciate you from afar, but I'm not going back. It will never go back to what we once had because, that respect level, that the loyalty, the level of reciprocation in the friendship is just not there. And when, I said last week, or maybe 2 weeks ago when I talked, we talked about closing the door. I truly meant that. I've closed the door on some relationships that I've had personally, in business and other aspects of my life. I had to do it. Or I was setting myself up for mental, emotional failure, and also obtaining and maintaining my peace of mind. My peace of mind means everything, and I'm not going to have somebody to interrupt or break my peace. I'm not giving anybody the power over me to just because they said something or they done something. Okay, I get it. I really see who you are, and I believe it now. And I believe it just like that. So, yeah, that's how I'm rolling now.
I got two things to say because we talked about it.
Yeah, bring it on.
First, I want to say I'm proud of you because we both know we haven't always been where we are now. We both know it is because of other people's presence in our life, either verbally or whatever, that has impacted us negatively at times. So I'm proud of you. So you're absolutely right. Let me just tell all y'all out there right now, because it's right 17 minutes into, I don't know how long he wants to stay, but let me just say this. Eleanor said something that makes sense. It's not even about pity party. So many of us have relationships with us, family, friends, ex-wives, girlfriends, or whatever. When they show you what you mean to them, not what they mean to you, they don't appreciate that. But when they show you, they show you what you mean to them, believe it. But you can also expect to be I'm going to say the bad guy. When you start reciprocating, say, okay, you don't appreciate me, so let me step back. Then all of a sudden, you the one with the attitude. You the one that, got relationship issues. They want to be respected and highly rated, and they want you to jump through hoops for them. But when you realize you're not getting anything in return and you step back, I don't know what's wrong with her. She don't call nobody. She don't come back. I don't hear from her. She don't have nothing to do with her. Okay. Years of that. I don't care if it's personal, professional, whatever. I got tired. If I have to constantly give you my telephone number and it hasn't changed in 10 years, if I needed you and you're going to say, oh, I was in your neighborhood, I thought about you, I'm going to stop by the next time. You'd rather go visit church folks than come see me when I have been there for you. No. It's not happening. So when I decide to appreciate what I don't mean to you and step back, now I'm the bad person. People, let me tell you something. Step back and be bad. Be bad all by yourself. Don't let nobody keep you in bondage to their relationship when you're not getting anything out of it. I don't care who it is. Mama, daddy, sister, brother, uncle. Remember what I said? I can pray you through your mess, but I ain't got to be in your mess. And the third thing is, and you ain't going to make no mess for me.
Hit them high, hit them low. But, like one of my favorite
Let them go. Man, let me tell you something.
Lyricist, Reggie Noble, he was like, I'll be that. I'll be the bad guy.
I don't mind. I'm good. I'm good. No, because I done cried a many nights, had my feelings hurt, jumped through hoops. Oh, so-and-so got a sore throat. So-and-so need money. So-and-so need and what do I get? People, stop doing that. Stop. Relationships are in your control. I'm not saying Anything except I can love you from afar, but I don't have to be in your mess. I'm evolving.
Absolutely true. And
I'll be that. Go ahead, Red Man. I'll be that.
I'll be that. And Miss B, I had somebody ask me a question one day, and they said, they was asking me, they was like, so, how do you know if you are, well, they was like, how does this happen? How do you evolve, or how do you awake? Or, but one of the first things I told them, I was like, it can happen at any moment. It can happen at any time, at any period in your life. You could be sleeping, wake up, and it can start from there.
But you gotta want it.
Yeah, you gotta want it. You gotta be open to it. And I feel like, from my experience, a lot of it came from some self-realization from some situation or experience, major life changes, like traumas, tragedies, addictions, illnesses, divorce, a car accident, some type of midlife crisis, a near-death experience. It's come from many different levels and different ways. I really feel like, wow, why am I at a loss of words on this? Because, like I said, as many things can happen to you, what can help you to grow or evolve. And sometimes I really feel like that's what they're put there for.
Let me tell you what the main thing that people have to realize in order to grow. The first thing is you have to want to grow, recognize it, and then respond to it. Listen, threes. You got to want to grow, recognize it, and then respond to it. A lot of people say, oh, I want. Then you get all these signs of how you can get it done. Then you do nothing about it.
Nothing.
Okay? So just let me give you an example. You want another job. I'm so sick of this job. And then somebody said, man, they hired over such and such. Oh, no, man. I've been here for a minute. I don't know. I think about it. Now you got a door open. Privately, nobody knows about it. They're willing to give you a chance to move on. I don't know, bro. That's let me think about it. So you want a new job, you got the opportunity, didn't recognize it was an opportunity. So you done missed out on it. So you didn't respond to it. You know what I'm saying? The same thing with, let me just go there with domestic violence. Okay? You know you in trouble. You know you have no money, got 3 kids, trying to get up out of there. Somebody that you have not seen in a long time said, look, you ain't got to go through that. I got an extra room. We can put him in school, You can do this. I can give you a job at my place of employment. You got this. I don't know. The kids like their school. I don't know. I've been in this house for 10 years. I don't know. What the? And then guess what? A week later, you in the hospital, the kids in foster care, and he in jail. What I'm saying is, people, sometimes you see your opportunity for growth, and then you don't want to do it. It's not even mentally. It's a spiritual stronghold that has told them they can't do better. It's spiritual. I'm seriously. Everybody want to holler about mental stuff. Everything starts with a spiritual. Satan ain't gonna turn you loose. He will convince you to be fearful instead of faithful and move on. I'm sorry. I'm getting ready to preach. That's why I shut up.
Jasmine says, they're not mentally ready. Spiritually, mentally, emotionally, a lot of people are just not ready to take that step. And Eleanor says that they don't know, they better be finding out. And
that's true. And that's what I'm saying. I've been through that domestic violence, and I just the reason why I brought that up is because especially with what's going on in the South. I mean, you got power outage. They said it's going to be at least a month. You got a lot of stuff going on. People going to be stressed out. It's not even pretty to think about. So what I'm trying to say is, people, and if y'all don't follow me, you know, I'm very spiritual. I ain't religious and all of that. But the mindset that you have is not on your own. Satan wants us to self-destruct, and if he can manipulate our thoughts, remember when someone said, I think it was Eleanor, don't go to their pity party. Well, Satan convinces us that our pity party is more powerful than who we are spiritually. And if we evolved into who we are spiritually, I did a video on it, human foolishness. If you look up the meaning of foolishness, word by word, we are involved in human foolishness, which is keeping us from being spiritually powerful. So it's not about being ready. It's about being blinded to the fact that we have power and authority to create our situation and not to be controlled by it. I'm just saying, we don't know who we are spiritually. So, okay, remember what I said? That's how you want to roll? Let me know how that work out for you. Not today, Satan. Oh, no, that's not how we're going to do this. This is how this is going to be. How many people can talk to themselves and in the spirit realm like that and mean it? Like when you tell your children, no. Like I want to tell my puppy, no. You tell the enemy, no. You tell your thoughts, not today. No, I'm not going to KFC for that $5 fill up. I'm going to eat me a piece of pineapple. That's just how you have to have those conversations with those thoughts. And, that's evolving. Yeah. The rest of that stuff is like, okay.
Not today.
Not today.
Aubrey says the footsteps in the sand starts with you. God will not carry you if you don't step out. This applies to all things. And, you know, I definitely do agree with that statement.
Absolutely.
As well.
You got to do something for yourself.
You got to take the first step.
Like the man by the pool in the bed. Want everybody to, let me stop. Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah, I want to hear that one.
Now, you know what I'm saying? He's laying by the pool and he was like, can somebody help me? Can somebody help me? Man, you don't get yourself and roll over. What in the world you mean somebody put you? You got, I'm just saying, I don't care what step it is. You have to take it. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Ella. You're right. You have to be assertive at times. But that fear over faith, that's why I say the evolving has to be spiritual, to let you to understand that the mind is the battlefield. It all started with Eve saying, oh my, that must be from Jehovah God our Father, because surely serpents don't talk. So he got us through our intellect. And then emotionally, don't you want to be like God? And she was like, yeah, I think I kind of want it. So God wants to be like him. So it all started with your emotions and your intellect. And that's how he gets us. But when we step back and say, oh no, take a deep breath, put your big girl underwear on and say, oh no, I'm not going to let you take me there. You see what I'm saying? No, and everybody wants to quote, you know, the former first lady, when they go low, you go high. I'm already high. What you mean, go high? I just go higher. I ain't never been lower than them. They already proved it to me that they, you know what I'm saying? No, but no, say not today. We're not going there. And that's my involvement every day. They say that I have fibromyalgia. So the symptoms that I have, I'm like, no, I know what I need to do, and I'm doing it. I'm cutting grass, I'm cutting down trees, I'm climbing steps. Every day it's an ouch. I said, okay, well, I'm hearing you, but I'm not allowing you to limit me. But your thoughts would allow you to limit me. So you ask me again, we're going to go back to evolving, and I'm going to stop. But the evolving is spiritual. I will never say anything greater than evolving is spiritual growth, knowing and growing and going in your spiritual growth.
I definitely do. I believe that. I agree with that 100%. You know, I was also asked, Ms. B, about everything. How do you know? How, you know, what? How do you feel when you're going through an awakening, or when you're evolving? And I know some of the things that I've experienced personally. Just to let people know, if they, what, you know, so they have some type of understanding of what's going on, is that when you're not, and you talked a lot about this, is not feeding into someone else's insecurities or feeding into your, negative thoughts or responding to negative people and things of that nature. That's some symptoms, or not symptoms. That's some of the aspects of your evolving, your growing, your awakening. Having that hypersensitivity, that heightened awareness, like my intuition, my level of hearing certain things about myself, it's going through the roof, up and beyond the roof at this point in time. And just becoming more in tune with yourself, becoming more in tune with nature, things around me. It has really brought me a long way. I'm more empathetic. I'm more understanding. Even when I'm less quick to anger. Although I might have feelings about specific and certain things, I'm not lashing out. I'm not going out trying to punch somebody's head off because I had a bad day and things of that nature. So that's like one of the aspects of, people ask me, it's like, how do you know, how do you feel when you're awakening? Definitely have more feeling of love within myself and for other people. That's definitely, I want to say, an aspect of it. I see a lot more synchronicities in my life, things that I may seek, things that I want. Somebody's coming in saying something about it. I see something maybe on TV, something come on the radio. It might be thinking about a question or something like that, and somebody answer it and not even know that they answered the question that I was thinking in my head. So these are some of the things when you say that you are spiritually awakening, or you are you're spiritually growing. These things are going to happen to you. What have been some of your experiences, Ms. B?
Read what Arby said before I get started. Read his comment.
Okay. Arby says, evolving is an attitude of being true to oneself, striving to be better than oneself daily. Most often, this is done through listening more, and learn more, and then acting on what you believe to be your path after a short talk with God. Wow, that's deep. I love that.
I love that. I love that
that.
dude. I love that boy. Okay, so he's absolutely right. So we've discussed this acronym before. Kim has taught me how to kiss. Kim is a very close friend of mine. Keep It Moving is a very close friend of mine. And she taught me how to kiss. Keep it simple spiritually. And what does that mean? Kim taught me how to kiss. How do I feel? How do I know I'm evolving? Because I'm learning how to keep it simple spiritually. Like I said, okay, Boo, this is how you want to roll. I can pray you through your mess, but I have to be in your mess. That peace, when you start saying, I don't need that in my life. But let me tell you, the driving force for me, just as for me, exactly. As I grow spiritually and evolve into the spiritual being that I was created to be, Jehovah God, my Father, expects more from me. He's been very good to me. And now I'm understanding what work at everything as if you're working for the Lord means. Everything from my health to cleaning up the house to who am I representing when I say I believe in him? And it's not about believing in who he is. Of course, not everybody, but of course people believe. But do you believe who he says you are? You want to say, oh yeah, I love me son Jesus. Oh yeah, I'm a father. Everybody, but what about who he says you are? When I start accepting who I am as a spiritual being created by him in his spiritual image, then I have enough respect and love for him to say, I want to do everything I can to please you. You're good to me. I mean, that's just simple as that. You're good to me. What can I do to make you happy today, Father? How am I representing you in the best way that I know how as a human? But really, I'm a spirit being. So that's my thing. Keep it moving and keep it simple spiritually. Who am I here to please, man or me? Neither. My Father. He expects more from me than that. Every day that he wakes up, he expects more from me than that. So I keep it moving and keep it simple spiritually. and I stop allowing more and more humans to impact me, and understand that spiritually I have all authority. I speak to that situation. That's why I said, okay, okay. And every day it gets easier and easier and go, okay. I'll give you a cute example since I mentioned my pets. I have a itsy bitsy little puppy, and he's about 5 pounds. He's a terrier. He doesn't like to come in the house. And it used to upset me. Come in the house, don't you do it. He likes to go hide up under my camper. I have a camper that you pull. And so he likes to go hide up on it. And I can't get, I'm 65 years old. I ain't trying to get up on it. And I'd be so upset. It's 101 degrees out of you dumb dog. Why don't you come on in the house? And blah, 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 blah. Got so comfortable that they dug a hole up under it. Let me tell you something. This is about people. When people are comfortable in their position and you think it's unsafe for them, it's their choice. Who are you to say it's unsafe? That being said, my puppy was smart enough to realize it may be 101 degrees on the top side of this camper, but I'm down here in this cool dirt, shady, and it's breezy, and I'm good. I'm like, what was I thinking? A 5-pound dog that dug a hole up on that camper in cool dirt. He chilling. So we can't judge other people's situations and circumstances by what we think is good for them. And don't let others do that for you. People may not want to believe in Jehovah God our Father. That's your choice. Whatever people's choices are, let them have their choice. Just respect them and move on.
Respect, respect, respect.
That's true evolving.
And, I mentioned synchronicities and like feelings of deja vu, things are happening. I'm like, oh, I felt like I experienced this before. And then there's been a few times, Miss B, where I just been in a place of extreme peace and calm after a storm or something that's been going on. I'm just like, wow, like I never want to come out of that space at that moment. So, there was a period of time too when I started to awaken and evolve. It was I was really disillusioned. I was hurt. In reference to being in this world, like I can't believe, some of the lies, some of the things that they've been telling. They've been setting us up. They've been poisoning us, and they've been doing this and blah 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 blah. And I was really hurt and disillusioned for a long period of time. But when I awakened, when I came out of that space, now I started to seek knowledge and understanding of how I can operate better within this environment. What I can eat, what not to eat, how to treat my body better, what type of information and things like that I needed to use to get myself in a better place. So I stopped feeling that way about myself. I stopped putting myself down or stop blaming and pointing the finger at other people, because they're going to do what they're going to do irregardless. I'm in control of me. I have to operate and run me. Rock with it.
You know what? In case y'all wondered, Chris and I, we talk off camera too, and he just be saying my words, and I don't mean to interrupt, but I be just on fire sometimes in these some conversations. If this is your first time joining us and you don't know who I am, my name is Miss B, Positively Miss B. I'm the CEO of Storm Talk 365 Radio and Storm Radio 24/7. I'm also on TV, where I have my own TV show. And what has happened is, on that TV show, I simply use scriptures to say, if it's true, how's it working for you? And what he's done is said, what he just said was, it's working for him. His scriptures are working for him. Everything is working for him. And I just want to say, the Father told me, either I'm going to, and this is the truth for me, either I'm going to live as a spirit being or exist as a human being. And when people simply exist as a human being, we need to stop expecting more from them than they're able or willing to give. So what has happened is, I'm learning that whether it's my daughter, my son, or whatever, they are operating as a human. And as a spirit being, I need to stop expecting more from a human than they're able or willing to give. And as they evolve spiritually, they're able to do more and make better choices for themselves, and our relationship would improve. So when Chris said he's more patient, he's loving, he doesn't let the things, around him bother him. I said it earlier, everyone. It's a setup. Life is a beautiful gift. There's nothing wrong with life. It's living it that's the setup. Who set us up? Satan. And if you understand where we are spiritually, you will understand that everything has a massive plan for us to self-destruct, to evolve into what he wants us to evolve in. See, we're not just down here willy-nilly, waking up every day, 9 to 5, 10 to 6, whatever. He has a plan for every human to self-destruct because he does not like us. We have a physical body and we have blood that no other creature has, and we have been given authority over him. Even though he has authority over the universe, we have authority over him. And until you understand the spiritual warfare that we're in, you're not going to evolve like Chris is. He says he has more compassion for people, things that he realizes doesn't seem right. It's not right. It's a setup. It's a setup. And until we say, wait a minute, hold up. These things are going to happen. They must happen. Can I change it? I can change my response to it and how I allow it to impact me. Is police brutality right? No. But I can change my response to it and make sure that I'm covered by the blood of Jesus and it doesn't happen to me. You see what I'm saying?
And also, just being more self-aware in your surrounding your situation. If your intuition or your discernment, if something kicks in and says, I need to be out of here, or I need to go a different direction, or I need to do whatever, listen to it.
Absolutely.
It's there for a reason.
Absolutely.
And, so I wanted to share with the viewers and share with you also, when going through this place and awakening and self-evolving. So there was many times that I felt like I was alone, like I was by myself, like nobody else really didn't understand what was happening and what was going, what I was going through. And, I had some difficulty at some point just really connecting with people. And so like I kind of isolated myself for a minute. But I understood that what I was going through was, again, this is a separation period, an adjustment period within myself. And as I start this, when I get myself back up and start this journey moving forward, it was almost like an advance notice that some people wasn't coming with me. And I felt terrible. I felt bad about that, but again, I felt crazy. I felt lonely. I felt like it was just, I was out here by myself, which I wasn't, which is not true. But again, that's what the enemy puts in your head sometimes to prevent you from moving forward.
Absolutely. And that feeling of loneliness is another trap, because he does not want us to be as strong and powerful as we were created to be. And so the reality is sometimes that's the Holy Spirit's way of separating you from things that are distracting you. And he wants you to stay in bondage to those things that are distracting you. So this is my closing remark. I don't know where you are, but I'm never rejected. I'm corrected, protected, and redirected. Let me say that very slowly. I'm never rejected. No, that's Jehovah God, my Father, correcting me, redirecting me, but he's protecting me. Don't go back to the stuff that he's tried to cut you from. So, okay, that didn't work out for you because you got something greater. He's got something greater for me. No, thank you, Lord. Whoop, whoop, that didn't happen. Okay, there's a reason. Trust the process. You're not rejected. You're corrected, redirected, and protected. Okay, that relationship, he left me. Okay, what you got next? Okay, I got fired. All right, God, I trust you. What's my next job? Phone ringing before you can get your first check, your last check. You got a new job. You cannot get better if you don't leave what you have. I don't look at him a lot, but Steve Harvey had a little story I was saying. His mama said, boy, you're going to never get no new car. Yes, I am, Mama. I'm going to get me a new car. She said, then why you still got that old regular one in the driveway? Because what? Guess what? According to the story, he had the car towed, and a week later, he had a new car. Somebody financed it for him, and he did get that new car. You have to get rid of the old stuff. The Bible says you can't put new wine in old skin. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, yeah.
So if we're evolving, I know we're getting ready to go, but if we're evolving, then you can't take everything with you, and everything can't go with you. Everybody can't go with you. When I started the podcast network, I wanted to give everybody an opportunity to be on a global podcast network. They didn't understand. I'm not going to say to preach. They didn't understand what I was offering them. So I had to realize God said, I gave you the network, not them. And so now I'm slowed down. You haven't seen me much, and I'm trying to say, well, Lord, what do you want me to do? And once I slow down, I'm on TV. I'm on TV down in Atlanta. I'm just going to say I'm everywhere that you can see an inspirational TV show. And then at the end of October, he's put me on another network where I'm going to be on, Hulu and a whole lot of others. I'm on TV. I had to cut loose the podcasters to grow. He said, I gave you the network. You see what I'm saying? So people, whatever it is, I don't care if it's a relationship or whatever, you have to evolve into who you were created to be by yourself. It's not always to take somebody else with you.
That's absolutely right. And so with that being said, family, Miss B gave her final thought and word of encouragement. I would just say, are you living constructively or are you living destructively? This is a question that I do ask myself daily. Just as that reiteration to keep moving forward with everything that I have moving on and things that are not serving the purpose that I'm set on, got to go. So I would like to just say, if you would like to provide a topic or also be a guest on the show, hit me at issuesofmen@gmail.com. Put a description and also description in the subject section. Also put a little bit about the subject that you would like to talk about and your contact information, and I will set up a time for you to come and be on the show with myself and Miss B. And if you would like to support and donate to the channel for our cause, there's some things that we are in need of at this time. So definitely, support us at
I ain't ashamed.
Storm Talk 365 on Cash App, and also $AscensionServices. You can also find all episodes on Storm Talk Radio, StormTalkRadio365.com. Also on the Issues of Men YouTube channel. You can catch all replays, anything that you might have missed in the past. Definitely come on there to check us out, like and subscribe. Miss B is also putting up her YouTube page at some point. But you can also,
it's already up.
It's already up. Okay.
Yeah, Positively Miss B is my YouTube channel, and I just want to say I am making some changes. I've come to the realization that I'm by myself. So follow him on Issues of Men everywhere. Don't focus on Storm Talk 365 right now, except for the fan page. Follow him on his YouTube channel, on his personal page, everywhere that he has Issues of Men, because Storm Talk 365 is going through some major changes. I'm focusing on only 3 podcast networks, and one of them he's already on, which is Spotify. So if you want to hear his podcast, go to Spotify. That's one of the top 3 podcast networks. So again, Storm Talk 365 is going through some changes because Ms. B realizes at 65 I can't do everything. So we'll figure it out. But I am on YouTube, Positively Miss B. That's there right. You can find all of my videos.
You can, as she said, Spotify and also on Anchor. Just starting to find some time to upload all the voice audios of all the podcasts on there as well. And again, continue to support us and help us to continue to grow. And again, if you have a topic, you might not want to be a guest on the show. Again, hit me Messenger, Issues of Men. And you can also, again, follow me on Instagram as well. And again, viewers, we thank you for viewing and coming in on our topics and conversations. We love you. And we're on every first and third Wednesday of each month right now. Once I come out of and be able to knock some things down, be able to go back to maybe have one every week. But right now it's the first and third Wednesdays of every month. And again, we definitely appreciate you. And again, looking forward to bringing great topics to you and discussing different things. And again, we also love guests, so don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to come on. Come on, come on, come on.
Bring it on. We can handle you. Can you handle us?
I know that's right. So with that being said, we're going to close out this evening. And again, we love you, and we'll see you in 2 weeks, Wednesday, 7 p.m. here on the Issues of Men, Stone Talk Radio 365. Peace.
Peace.